Hey, what's up people? In this video we are comparing the New Balance 1080 version 11 against the Asics Gel Nimbus Lite 2. Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to 40 Runs. How are we doing people? Let me know in the comments and while you're there tell me, do you have either of these? Or which one are you looking at out of these two? Or what about this? Which brand do you prefer? New Balance or Asics? Let me know in the comments. I'll dive into there when this video drops. Oh, and while you're there, don't forget to get over to the description bit and click on the link to the 40 Runs running community on Facebook and make sure you join that. Right, so which is best? I don't know. This is going to be a good shout, you know, out of these two because they're both very good, sort of highly cushioned daily trainers for us everyday runners. So let's get stuck in. Right, people, so two new versions of some highly cushioned daily trainers from New Balance and Asics. Which one is best? Well, we're going to find out. But let's get the stats and features done. First, I've got Mrs. FORDY'S scales up here. Hopefully the kids don't need to do any homeschooling cookery today because I've nabbed them. They're up here while we do the filming. And let's talk about the weight firstly of the New Balance. Version 11, version 10, that'd be pretty stupid, wouldn't it? Version 11, this weighs 9.9 ounces, in the UK 9.5, which is grams, let me put the scales on, 279 grams. This shoe is £135 here in the UK. It's got an 8mm drop. You've got Flytefoam X in the midsole, and you've got like this micro knit synthetic mesh, stretch mesh upper. And we'll come on to that in a minute. True to size-ish, I'll talk about that in a second. Just be careful with this in terms of sizing, but let's talk about the Asics quickly, and let's get it on the scale. So this shoe weighs, where is it? Okay, here it is, 258 grams, 9.1 ounces. So I had to wait for Mrs. FORDY'S scales to start. We've got Flytefoam in the midsole. We've got two lots of gel. We've got a mesh upper that's made out of recyclable material. This shoe, I think, where is it? Yeah, 8mm drop as well. That's what I thought. And it's £140. In terms of outsoles, both of them have got like, this has got the AHA rubber, the high abrasion rubber, and this has got like blown rubber placed all over it, and then you've got exposed Flytefoam X there. I would say straight off the bat, this has got a better outsole. This is definitely more grippy. Where it's been raining cats and dogs over here in the UK, there's nothing wrong with this, but this is definitely that little bit more grippy versus this. But what's really interesting about these shoes, look how much longer, is that English? That shoe is compared to that. Look, see that? You've got like, what, 2 centimetres on the heel there? See that? Anyway, width-wise, they're very similar. Both actually, you know, I should say, are okay in terms of width. They're not tight, they're not narrow, they're not like a Pegasus 37. But with, and if you've not seen the first impressions video, check it out of this shoe. I have noticed with this shoe, where you've got the stretched in the upper, it's got like these sort of structures down the sides around the front of the shoe. And if you're not exactly bang on point, your foot can rub on that harder bit there. So just be aware when you are ordering it, because if they're a little bit too small, you're going to have problems, people. So maybe order half a size up, order both of them, because we all have to order everything online at the moment. And yeah, check that out. Just be mindful of it. And also, if you've got a really big ankle, I'm not sure how you would cope with that at the back. Let me know in the comments, do you have a big ankle? Have you tried it in these? I think this is an improvement in terms of the heel versus the other version. The other version seemed to be a lot more cardboardy. That's probably not a word, but like it's more like rigid and sort of intrusive on your ankle. This definitely feels softer, and I didn't notice it when I was running in it. So I don't know whether they've changed it or not, but it just definitely seemed to me an improvement over what they've done. But that's about it really. The Flytefoam X is definitely softer in this shoe than the other shoe. It definitely feels softer. It's not my imagination. With the Asics, because it's the Nimbus, you've got like 3 tons of foam put in there and a really thick tongue, which is not a problem. It's really comfortable and it's a super nice place to be. There's no problems in terms of sizing and width and all that sort of stuff. If it's true to size, and it's awesome. I say it is a long shoe though. That's the only thing, but you've got that bit sticking off the back. You know, it does help with the heel to toe transition. It's also quite wide. I like the way they've sculpted out the sides on this shoe in particular. Right, so let's get into it. Which one do I prefer? Straight away, I'm going to tell you I prefer the Asics Gel Nimbus Lite 2. Why do I prefer the Gel Nimbus Lite 2? I just like the less stack height. I like the feeling of the Flytefoam. I like the... I just like the overall feel with the gel combination. I do feel like I can run faster in this versus this. Where I was running in sort of threshold pace, in this shoe I kind of lost the momentum because of the soft feel of the shoe. But with the Asics, with the less softer feel, even though it's still a softer feeling shoe, I definitely was able to hold that pace a little bit easier in it. And don't forget, these are daily trainers, so they should be able to do everything. In terms of those longer runs, they both performed well. Obviously this does a nice job in terms of keeping your feet soft and comfortable. This shoe for me is, I don't know, it's just that nice, I've gone upside down, but it's just that great balance between sort of fast and slow, where this shoe is definitely that sort of focus on the comfort and taking it easy and all that sort of stuff. Now, I'm not saying that this is a slow shoe, because you can definitely work paces through it, right? So there's nothing wrong with this shoe in terms of working it at pace. But you know, if you're used to a firmer ride, if you're used to a more racy shoe, you may struggle with the New Balance in terms of how soft it is. But you know what? As a recovery run shoe, as an easy pace shoe, does a great job. But for me, value for money here, 135, 140 pounds, both got 8mm drops, both weigh the same. I would send you to the Gel Nimbus Lite 2. I just think for me it's a better combination, it's a better shoe in terms of versatility, and the overall fit for me just suits me that little bit better. They're both good shoes. There's nothing wrong with either of these shoes, but for me personally, I would send you to the Gel Nimbus Lite 2.